this is variables and expressions. Variables and expressions. All right, so variables and expressions. We have two vocabs, pretty important. Let's see, what color do I want to use? I feel like being weird. I'm gonna do pink. So these three vocab words, okay, there are, or terms, I guess. If it's more than one word, I guess it's a term. So first one is the variable. Okay, what is a variable? A variable is a letter that stands for a number. Letter that stands for a number. All right, so it's a letter that stands for a number. Okay, this could be, this could be virtually anything. So a really popular example is if you have gas mileage, right? You're trying to figure out your gas mileage. All right, so let's say you have a car that gets 16 miles per gallon. Okay, that's my truck, Group. He gets about 16 miles per gallon. Not great. All right, so in order to find out his mileage per gallon, if I want to find out, let's take for example gas mileage on a vehicle. So let's say Group, my truck. Beautiful truck. That's the smoke coming out. All right, let's say he can go, it's usually like 250 miles on 16 gallons. If I want to find out how many miles he gets per gallon, all I got to do is I got to take 250 divided by 16. Okay, and that will give me however many gas mileage that is. I don't want to do that off the top of my head. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, if I didn't know one of those, okay, if you were to make an equation that fits any vehicle and you're doing it consistently for, I don't know, say 10 gallons, okay, you could say M, where M equals miles, divided by the gallons, but we're saying 10 gallons would equal your miles per gallon. Okay, M would be the variable. All right. Now this right here, this is what we call a variable expression. A variable expression is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation systems. Okay? So it's a mathematical phrase. That uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. Alright, so these are our two main vocabulary terms or expressions or whatever you say. Now, if I write something like this, 50 minus 5, is this a numerical expression or a variable expression? It is a numerical because they're both numbers, right? this is a number, this is a number, and there's no variable, therefore it's a numerical expression. Now if we have something like this, c minus 5, this is a variable expression because we have this guy right here, which is a variable. Okay, if there's a letter, then it's probably a variable expression. Straightforward. Now, at home, I want you guys to write down if these three are numerical expressions or variable expressions. So 8 divided by x, 100 times 6, and d plus 43 minus 9. Okay, so just identify these as numerical or variable expressions. Make sure you bring that into class tomorrow. So those are pretty straightforward examples. Now, if you're writing them, there's certain words you have to use in order to make the word phrase a variable expression. Okay, so let's say we have something that says 9 more than a number y. Okay, if we're going to create a variable expression from this, all right, you got to pay attention to some of these words. So right here, more than is correlated to addition. So you know you're going to be adding, okay? Because whenever you have more than something, it means you have an additional amount. So 9 more than a number y. So we got y. And if it's 9 more than, it's going to be after it, because you have to start with the number y, because it's 9 more than a number. Okay, if it was 9 plus y, not quite the same thing. Okay, so you would need to have y plus 9. Now, we have 4 less than a number n. Okay, the key words to pay attention here are less than. So it's going to be add, subtract, multiply, divide. What do you think? You said subtraction. You're right. Now, just like we did on the other one, it's 4 less than a number n. Okay, since it's 4 less than it, we have to start with the variable n, and then would subtract 4 from that. Okay, so this would be our variable expression. Okay, we got 3 more of these examples just to give you an understanding of the words and phrases to use. So a number z times 3. Alright, so if we're going to write the variable expression for this one, so this is a number z times 3, okay? Times, this means multiplication. And the number would be z times 3, so you're just going to write z times 3, okay? Or it could be written as 3z, or it could also be written as 3 parentheses z, however you want to do that. Okay, those are all different examples of multiplication. Now we have a number a, which is a variable, divided by 12. Words to pay attention to, divided by. Okay, we're using division. And if a divided by 12, it's just going to be a divided by 12. Or you can use a fraction bar and make it into a fraction, because remember, any fraction is a division problem. So a number a divided by 12 would just be a divided by 12. And our last one. 5 times the quantity 4 plus a number c. 5 times 5 times the quantity 4 plus a number c. All right, so this is a little longer, so it's got a couple different operations in it. Times the quantity 4 plus a number c. Okay, so 5 times the quantity 4 plus a number c. Now, the other important one would be the quantity. All right, so if it's 5 times the quantity of 4 plus a number c, right? Since it's saying the quantity of this part and this part, that would have to happen before you can multiply by 5. So it'd be 5 times, and because it says the quantity, we're going to use some parentheses here, and 4 plus a number c. Alright, so if it says the quantity, that usually means that you need to use parentheses somewhere. You can also write it as 5 parentheses 4 plus c. Alright, so those are all the word phrases that you'll probably see. Okay, now there are a bunch of word problems, right? So like, for example, bagels cost 50 cents each. Write a variable expression for the cost of B bagels. So if they cost 50 cents for every bagel, which is represented by B, okay, if we're going to write a variable equation, all you got to do is 50 cents for every bagel. That means we're going to multiply, right? Because for every, that means every bagel you buy, it's 50 cents. So we're going to represent this as 50, or 0.50, times B, or 0.5 times B, and so on and so forth. Okay, so when you have these word problems, make sure you're listening and reading what they say, okay? Because every word has an important thing that they want you to do, right? Okie dokie. I believe that is all for variables and expressions. So, adios until later.